So, how does it get any better than this? This is the Audacious Ask, and my name is Jennifer Cramer Lewis, and I'm an Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator, as well as a Right Riches for You Certified Facilitator. And so what the Audacious Ask is I've noticed, especially with my clients, we've been so programmed to ask for way less than what would be amazing in our lives. I hear so many times out of people's mouths, oh, well, at least it would be great if this thing showed up, or maybe I could just ask for half of what it is that I would like, or a quarter of it what it is that I would like. And so one of the things that I'm awesome at is asking for more than my fair share to show up. And that can be of money, that can be of wealth, that can be of a beautiful, juicy relationship, getting along better with your family, with your kids, like anything. And so the facilitation tools that we use are something called Access Consciousness. And Access Consciousness has been around for just about 30 years now. And for more on that, after this call, hop on over to accessconsciousness.com. And then one of the other tools that we use is something called the clearing statement. And so that's at theclearingstatement.com. And so just have a look. None of this is a prescription for what's going to be good for you. So have a look at it. If it makes you feel happy, if it makes you want to laugh, then this is a tool that's possibly going to work for you. If it makes you feel like, ooh, then just check with yourself. Is it resistance? Or is it just heavy? It's not a tool that's going to work for you. And so the other thing is that you're likely going to be invited to more. And why is that? Because we're only on for an hour, and we're going to get as much facilitation and juiciness on this hour as possible. And if there's something that you'd like to talk to me about and get your own prescription for something that you can try in your life, all of this is so customized. Everybody is as unique as their fingerprints. And so we'll jam as much as we can in this hour and be as audacious as possible in this hour. And I would love to connect with you and offer you more. So I've got a Facebook group called the Audacious Ask. And so click around and find that. Most of the people on the call right now are members of the Audacious Ask. And so we're talking about adding more into our lives. And quite often when stuff doesn't show up for us, what's really happening is the universe is like, the universe would like you to ask for way, 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 way more, because that's super exciting for the universe. And so let's get started. The first person that I saw who was online like super early was Sally. So Sally, I'd love to ask you, what's your Audacious Ask today?
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Sally.
Hey, great, fantastic. Well, first of all, I want to thank you very much. I've been communicating with you through the Facebook, and my daughter is doing so much better the day after we did some clearings with her. I'm so excited. It's just amazing.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. So I think it's going to change her whole, she has so much anxiety going into exams and that sort of thing. So I think it's going to change her whole perspective. And she hasn't got any results yet, but she's not worried about them. So that's exciting.
Yay. So exciting. Okay, so first thing, I'd love to do an exercise with you, Sally, and everybody else. Do this with me. Okay, so your heart is so big. So everywhere you diminish yourself, just take that energy and expand it out, 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 out. Everywhere you're looking for a specific result, everywhere you're trying to be the best mom and have the best thing happen for your kid, open, 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 open. And if you're watching me and you're like, what's this weird lady doing? What you can do is you can ask your body, say, hey, body, just do what she's doing. So expand your energy. So imagine the you that you know is all the way out to your fingertips, all the way up to your skull, all the way down to your toes, front and back. Fill up your whole body with you. Okay? And now go out a foot outside your body. Okay? Fill up that space with you. Okay? Now go 10 feet outside your body, front and back, top and bottom, all the way down into the earth, all the way up into the sky. Fill that all the way up with you. Perfect. Okay? Now go out a kilometer in all directions. Or if you're American, go out a mile. Okay? Fill that all the way up with you. All the way up with you. Perfect. Nice. Okay? Now go out 1,000 kilometers in every direction. Up into the sky, down into the earth, front and back, north, south, east, west, all the way out there. And fill that up with you. There we go. Okay? How's that? Do you feel like crying anymore?
No.
Isn't that fun?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So everywhere you've contracted yourself trying to be the perfect mom, will you destroy and uncreate it? Will you press the delete button?
Yes. How do I do that?
Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay. So anything that doesn't allow you to press the delete button on being the perfect mom so that you can just be you, let's destroy and uncreate it. Okay. Okay. And then the clearing statement, if you remember, is good and bad, right and wrong, pod and pock, all 9, boys, shorts, and beyonds. And so for the purposes of this call, I'm not going to go into what that is. There's a beautiful video online at theclearingstatement.com with Dr. Dane here, and he goes right into it, and he's the co-founder of Access Consciousness. So just check how you feel after I say it. And so everyone else on the call who's trying to be a perfect mom, just check and see how you feel after Sally says, yeah, I'm going to destroy and uncreate that. And you can say that along with her, just sort of in your head.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So tapping into your daughter, what's your audacious ask for her? What's the outcome? If I could just like wave a magic wand with you, what would be the audacious ask? Oh, you're unleasting. I can feel you. You're unleasting. Audacious is like, my daughter is like, not only is she going to land on the moon, she's going to graduate with honors. And, you know, Brad Pitt is going to want to do a movie with her. And, you know, I mean, just, you know what I mean? Let's just ask for something outrageous. What would be an outrageous ask for you?
Oh, I don't know how to ask for something outrageous.
Okay, so give me demi outrageous then.
I'd like her to have no limitations.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's do another little exercise. You know more than you know. How old is she?
She's 18.
18. So
Yes.
18 plus you grew her inside your body out of your own DNA. Plus you guys have probably had a few lifetimes together, maybe a few thousand. So truth, does this person have any limitations?
Well, she has a few health.
You were going to say no.
Well, no, she shouldn't, but she has some health issues.
Okay,
yeah.
So let's tap into the health issues. And so sometimes health issues are showing us that there's some area of our life that's out of symmetry. And so you can't pot and pock or delete her health issues. What you can do is you can expand you like we did, and you can ask questions. So truth, is there anything that you need to know in order to be able to, or more information that you need to have in order to be able to expand your daughter's life? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, truth. Okay, cool. So what area would this information be?
Well, we've just found out that she's got a heart condition, so we're going to the specialist later in the year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And so tap into her body, maybe even put your hand on your heart.
Yeah.
And say, what will my daughter's life be like in 5 years? And get the energy of that.
Shall I do that now?
Yes, please.
Okay. What will my daughter's life be like in 5 years' time?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, better, worse, or the same?
I'm hoping better.
So true. Is that hope or is that awareness? Okay, so put your hand on your heart and then put your hand on your belly button and ask your body, is that the truth or is that what I'm hoping for? What do you get?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I get. I don't know.
All right, so I don't have a crystal ball.
No.
I'm pretty aware though. And so what I would love for you to do is to start asking yes/no questions. And yeah, give me a PM. I'd love to talk to you about, I'll chat. I don't do any of my sort of super magic stuff on this show, but anyways, yeah, send me a PM. I'm getting some awareness on this side that I would love to share with you.
Oh, fantastic. Thank
Awesome.
you.
So do you feel better? Or do you feel the same? Or do you feel
I feel the same. I feel the same.
Good. Good. Awesome. Thank you for playing. So the
Thank
next
you.
person that I saw was Crystal. Crystal, what's your audacious ask? Crystal. Gotta unmute yourself, lovey.
Good. There, how's that?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, see, on my end, it says mute. And, okay, no worries. Okay, so I have a big ask. I want a business that will be easy to run, to bring a gazillion amount of money to sustain my life with luxury, home, ranch, and horses.
Cool. Cool. And so let's play with the energy of want. So do you want a business or would you love a business? So want, before 1928 or something like that, want used to have something like 26 definitions, all of them meant to lack.
Ah.
So if you had a business that you loved, would that add to your life?
Yes.
Okay, so delete that and write love.
Yeah, I put love.
Okay, so anything and everything that doesn't allow you to attract a business that you love, that loves you back, will you destroy and uncreate that? Will you press the delete button?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all 9 boys, shorts and beyonds. What's the next segment?
For that to be able to sustain my life with being able to provide to have the luxury ranch and horses that I want. There we go. That I would love to have.
Cool. Cool. So sustain, think about the energy of having to sustain something. Is that a light, bright energy, or is that a controlling energy?
Neutral.
Okay. So stasis is the same energy as sustain.
Stasis?
Stasis. Okay. I would love for you to have a look. If you go to etymology online, find a word that's different than sustain. Because sustain on this side of the computer feels like you're going to hold everything exactly the same. And what if somebody decided to give you an animal that was worth more than all the other animals? Would that be sustaining or would that be increasing?
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
it.
Okay, you know, say, just for example, let's just get out the menu, okay? We want, you know, a quarter section of land. We want a bunch of cattle. We want a bunch of horses. We want a beautiful facility for all of that, a gorgeous home for you. And then you put the energy of sustain on that. I don't think you would be able to do it, Crystal, because you want to grow, right?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Yeah. So
Correct.
anything that doesn't allow you to actualize an increasing amount of beauty,
Ooh, yeah.
will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, pod and pock, all 9 boys, shorts, and beyonds. Truth, Crystal, are you a steward of the earth? Does that feel light to you?
It brought like a lot of emotion when you said that.
Cool. So would you be willing to know that the earth has something for you?
Yes.
Okay, so anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive the energy of what the earth has for you, I'd spend a whole lot of time laying on the ground talking to the earth about what you'd like to actualize. I know that sounds so crazy.
No, actually, I used to love go and I used to lean against big trees and stay there for hours.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So this is how I know this, because the earth at this place that I've moved to, my little acreage, has so much to add to my life. And so anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive the increase that the earth has to add to your life, will you destroy and uncreate that?
yes.
Awesome. Good and bad, right and wrong, pod and pock, all 9 boys, shorts, beyonds. And you know how I talk about actualizing clients coming into your life or money coming into your life? Why don't you ask the horses and the cattle to find you?
Oh, brilliant.
And tell them to bring the land with them.
Oh my God, that is.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so this is your homework. Have a look at your ask bigger, and then start asking for those things to find you instead of having to do the hustle.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Awesome. I love it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Crystal. So, Lisa, you're the next one I saw. Are you there, Lisa?
Yay!
Yay, Lisa!
Hello.
I'm good. Yes. Awesome. Are you going to come online? Do we get to see your face or just your pretty little profile?
I'm on my phone, so the video's not very good in my bedroom.
Okay, no worries. So, what's your audacious ask?
There's money and there's business, so I'd love to play with the business. I've been attempting different things, so I get that I've been really unclear on what I would like to create. So that's been sticking me in putting myself out there and facilitating and doing the energy work. So yeah, and also money, because that has been a big area as well, where I feel I feel really contracted and like I'm really limiting myself. Okay.
So if money wasn't an object, like if you were like, oh, money, who cares about that? What would be like one of the first things? Like if somebody said, you know what, Lisa, I'm just going to bankroll you. What is it that you'd like to do first?
Yeah, I'd like to travel and do a load of access classes and go live and, play around with them.
Okay. So what would the access classes add to your life?
More awareness and more fun and adventure.
Okay, so awareness, fun, and adventure. Which of those has the sexiest vibe for you? Like, what is, you're just like, oh my God, yeah, I'll have that.
Adventure.
Yeah, I knew it, right? Everybody on the call could feel that. So what's the energy of adventure that you can have right now? Anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive the choices that you can make today to add more adventure right away. Will you destroy and uncreate that? Will you press the delete button?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, pod and pock, all 9 boys, shorts, and beyonds. Here's a fun story. So when I came to the awareness that I was tired of being alone, I started taking myself on dates. And so I would either, like invite a girlfriend or go on a posh date on my own. So what if you took yourself on adventures? What would that look like?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, and what if you could do it every day until your body got used to having adventures?
Yeah, I'd love that. I've definitely been in that place though of needing to create something so I can get going.
Create
So it's,
money?
yes,
Okay, cool. So who
and
would like to gift you adventures?
business. I
Did you hear
wonder.
me?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so there are tons of people who have money. What if they would like to have adventures with you?
I'm up for that.
Doesn't that sound like fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's so many possibilities out there. And so what happens is if we have like two ways that money can come into our lives or adventure can come into our lives, it's like, oh, well, I need to make the money and then I need to book the plane tickets and then I need to decide where I'm going and then I need, and then you're stuck in need. So everywhere
Yeah.
you're stuck in need, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, pod and pock, all nine boys, shorts, and beyonds. What's beyond need?
Desire.
Yeah. So what if you were willing to be like, ugh, everywhere I need something, I'm just going to destroy and uncreate that.
Yeah, it's strange though, because I don't normally feel in that need place. I feel like there's a couple of conflicting energies that I've got going on, like this two, and I've done the whole multiple occupants, but
Hmm.
it's almost like there's an expanded version of me,
Okay.
and then there's this really contracted version that's just stuck
Okay.
in
So
that lack.
Lisa, what would it take for you to choose the expanded version of you? Right? It's like, God damn it. Do you want to be pathetic?
Oh God.
Or do you just want to be like, wow, is this an audacious adventure for me?
Yeah.
And if it's not, then what if you just don't choose it?
Thank you.
Yeah. There's this book, the founder of Access Consciousness, his name is Gary Douglas, and he just wrote this book. It was like basically a transcript of the 7-day event that they did last year in New Zealand. And there was this section of it where Gary realized that most people, like he wasn't like most people, he never does anything that doesn't work for him. Like he doesn't get guilted into stuff. He doesn't get pressured into stuff. He doesn't like buy this reality that, oh, well, I need to do this or I need to do that. And even though it doesn't work for me. So would you be willing to have a look at a future, like crack the door on it, or you can say yes right now to a future where you don't do anything that doesn't work for you?
Yes.
Okay? And, if you happen to be listening to this call, what would it be like for you to do nothing that doesn't work for you? And you don't have to like defend. You don't have to bargain back. You can just say to people, it doesn't work for me today.
Yeah. What book is that?
It's called Blessed Possibilities.
Do you know, I read a couple of pages of it yesterday on a sample. I couldn't download it. Yeah.
Oh, right, you get it.
I will. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. So the next person that I saw is Brianne. Brianne, what's your audacious ask?
Sorry, I have to get off mute. Sorry, I have to get off muted. Okay, well, my audacious ask is I'm out of my old office. Yay.
Yay!
Yay! And I am really noticing how much alive I feel. And I did not realize all the energy I was giving that building and everybody there for so long. Okay, so my audacious ask is to receive all the money that I would have received if I would have been somewhere else, and to have all the money if I would have been actively participating in my business full on out these past years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I am just looking for, and to let go of some of the old things a little bit easier, so I can really have my business on overdrive instead of slower like it has been.
Right, right. So from this side, what it looks like is the money is the valuable product and you are not. Truth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everywhere you've made money, an indication of you being valuable. Will you destroy and uncreate it? Will you press the delete button?
Yeah.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine boys, shorts, and beyonds. The good news is nobody on this call has ever made money the valuable product. She said with a smile on her face. So when we make money more valuable than us, what we do is we create a universe where money's more valuable than us. And it's not right or wrong. It's just, it eliminates choice. So you can't do stuff that just adds to your life. You have to do stuff that makes money. So everything that is, everywhere you've been locked in these alternate universes where you have to do stuff that makes money, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine boys, shorts, and beyonds. Yeah, because there's these alternate universes. So because this is the first call for Audacious Ask TV, we're going to take it pretty easy today. We've got some people on the call that have had private facilitation with me, and so we go into a bunch of different stuff. And so we're going to roll this out a little slow so we don't bake you guys. So just imagine, there's all of these alternate universes where, if you made this choice, it would create a universe that would spiral out that way. And this choice would make a universe that would spiral out that way. So let's just have an awareness of all the universes where the money that you made was the valuable product. Okay, so sort of energetically have a look at that. Okay. And then let's have a look at all of the universes where you created you as the valuable product, where money was like, somebody might bring me a chicken so I can eat tonight. Everything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive all of the infinite possibilities that include money and don't include money, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine boys, shorts, and beyonds. So yes, you can ask for all the money now. So say, can I have all the money now, please?
Can I have all the money now, please?
Say it again.
Can I have all the money now, please? Can I have all the money now, please? Can I have all the money now, please? Can I have all the money now, please?
Yes. So all of the promises that you made to never have the money, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine boys, shorts, and beyonds. All of the worlds where, or the universes where asking for money was kind of something like passe, like, ew, I won't ask for money. Will you destroy and uncreate those?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine boys, shorts, and beyonds. And then everybody else who's listening, if you're having trouble asking for the money for the services that you provide, well, one, keep listening to this because I'm really good at asking for money. And also, what if that's just fine? Like, where you start is where you start. And so if you're, sort of good at asking for money, then great. And if you're willing to be increasingly better at asking for money and receiving money, then that's even better, right? So Brianne, anything that doesn't allow you to be increasingly better at actualizing, like asking for it and making it show up, this is my word I invented, actualizing the money, will you destroy it and create it?
Yes.
Awesome. Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine boys, shorts, and beyonds. So here's a question you can ask. So what energy, space, and consciousness can my body, I'm doing it in first person for you, What energy, space, and consciousness can my body and I be to actualize all the money, past, present, and future, coming to me now? And anything that doesn't allow it, destroy and uncreate it. Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all 9, boys, shorts, and beyonds. And, you know, like when we talk about amounts of money, it diminishes what our receiving is. And this is just me giving you a little hint there. So if you're thinking, oh, well, you know, $500,000 a year would be a great amount of money for me, or even like $50,000 a year would be a great amount of money for a lot of people. And so when you are in energetic resonance with the amount of money that you charge for your services, then the money can come in. But if you're like, oh, it's okay, this one's on me, then the money can't come in. So everything that brings up for everybody, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all 9, boys, shorts, beyonds. Cool. Thank you, Brianne. That was awesome. Manjeet, it's you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. My audacious ask is, what would it take, or what would it be like to have complete ease with knowing what's next in my business and following the lightness? Actually, I have a bunch of stuff. And the other one is like clients. Like I've got a couple at the moment who are just literally taking so much of my time and energy, and I've set it up like that.
Mm-hmm.
What would it take to actually have people who are honoring of my time, my space, and willing to pay what my sessions would like? And for me to be able to ask for that and be congruent with that.
I love it.
All of that.
I love it. Okay. So there's a lot of meat there on being able to ask for what your sessions would like to be asked for. And also a lot of meat on people not being honoring of your time. So
it's all me, Jennifer. Like, I get it. I'm not honoring of my time. And I love helping, and I can't help myself if they like require facilitation. It's like I'll drop everything to like make that happen. And it's not the kindest always for me.
Okay, cool. So the first thing that comes up to give you a little bit of awareness on is when people want you now, and you rush to help them, what does that create for you? Like, where do you win there? Where's your juice?
When they leave lighter and happier and more joyful, and like it's just shifted something that might be like 5 seconds, and yeah.
Okay, so let's just set that here. Mm-hmm. And you know, everybody else on the call is, you know, like if your kids come around and your husband comes around or your girlfriend comes around or whatever, just have a look at that. So if you're not doing facilitation professionally, Manjeet is, it doesn't matter. It's like when somebody is honoring of your time, you know it. And when somebody's not honoring of your time, you know it. Okay, so let's set that aside. And then charging for your services or charging for your facilitation. What's the win on not charging?
Ugh, I don't even know what that win is, but
doesn't it make you want to barf?
Yeah, really. It makes me just feel really shit about myself, and I mope around afterwards. Like, it's like I just can't, like, I just get angry with me. It's like, what?
Right.
Like, why have I done this again? And it's like I just want to like kick myself. But
right. So, what do you love about kicking yourself? Who gets to be right?
Oh, I don't know, but my dad popped up. My dad gets to be right. Like,
you want to just send all that crap back to sender? You're like, ugh, God, everywhere I'm treating myself like my dad treats me. So true, Manjeet. everywhere you treating yourself like your dad treats you and you're used to it, you just try and uncreate it.
Yes.
Want to press the big delete button on that one? Awesome. Good and bad, right and wrong, PUD and PUC, all 9 boys, shirts, and beyond. So fun. One of the things people on this call might notice is that you treat yourself the way some pretty nasty people treat you. So is that fun for you? Does that add to your life to talk to yourself like that or create circumstances that don't work for you? That's tough talk.
It's awful. It's awful. And I would never do this to anybody else. It's like I would never talk to anybody else the way punish me, talk to me, and then it's like the suffering afterwards, you know, like I didn't create the money, so now like you can't do this and you can't go for that massage now. Like it's like I've put myself on a penalty at the moment where I can't go to classes until I've paid my credit card off, which is ridiculous because it's so generative to go to classes. And
well, so yes, it is generative to go to classes, and you still have to ask the class too. It's like, cool, if I'm coming, will that add to the class? Yes or no? If I'm coming, will it add to me? Yes or no? If I'm coming, will it add to my financial flows? Yes or no? So there's lots of yes or no questions to ask before you spend money in your business. Always. Tons and tons of yes or no questions. And then, you know, what is my future 10, 20, 50 years out? Like, what future are you actualizing with those choices? So let's go back, because you deeped out on me giving you a hard time about treating yourself poorly. So cool. What future are you creating by refusing to honor you with money? Right? So everything that is, will you destroy it and create it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good and bad, right and wrong, PUD and PUC, all 9 boys, shorts, and beyonds. So have a look at money. So money's like, oh, every time I try to show up, Manjeet goes sideways. It's like almost like a polka.
Yeah.
So everywhere you're playing polka with money, and money's like, what the fuck? Where is she? Pardon my French.
Yeah.
Will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, PUD and PUC, all 9 boys, shorts, and beyonds. So, truth. Manjeet, are you a great facilitator? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so what energy can you be to allow people to love you facilitating them as much as you love facilitating them?
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
So then you go weird about money?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's that. It's like, yeah, I love what I do. They love what I do. Everybody's like super happy. I just did a 21 days of energy pulls.
Yeah.
And Jesus Christ, like some of the things, and then they were crying yesterday because we ended, like it was the last day, and they're like, why has this got to stop? And I'm like, oh, yeah, why does it have to stop?
It doesn't have to stop.
But I'm like, I don't want to just get up and do it for free, and nobody's even saying that I have to get up and do it for free.
Yeah.
I guess I'm thinking nobody's going to show up if I charge too much.
Cool. Yeah. So everywhere you're stuck in an alternate universe where nobody shows up if you actually charge for your services, want to destroy and uncreate that.
Yeah.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, PUD and PUC, all 9 boys, shirts, and beyonds. Nice. Yeah. So what's the charge on charging? What does it mean about you when you charge for your services?
I know we've PUD and PUC'd this, but I'm not a very nice person. Like greedy, greedy and just like, like it's just a
okay. So
tangle.
Are you being you, or are you being somebody else when you have those thoughts about charging for your services? Are they your thoughts in your head or somebody else's?
Somebody else's.
Cool. Do you have an idea of who?
Maybe the rest of the world. I don't know.
Maybe. Do you want to return all that to sender?
Yeah. Maybe my mom, actually. She loves doing stuff for free. Yeah.
Cool. Do you have to pay people to be nice to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so everything bad is we destroy it, create it.
Yeah.
Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. Do you have to pay people to value you?
It's light.
Okay, so everything that is we destroy and create it.
Yeah.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. Not fun.
Wow. That would explain, right now my head just went into like, that would explain every boyfriend I've always paid for. It would explain every time somebody's run my bars, like I'll facilitate to try and compensate for their time. Yeah. Wow.
So here's the fun thing. When you have an awareness about having to pay people to be nice to you, you can either make yourself wrong about it and resist and react to it, or you can agree and align with it like, oh, well, isn't that what everybody does? Or you can just press the delete button. Okay? And so when you keep pressing the delete button on this awareness and it's not going, quite often there's a lie.
Yeah, I just got it's to control people.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
so then they have like no control over me, like there's no obligation created, because guess what, I've paid my I don't even know what the word is, but yeah, I've paid my way, like I've
Okay. You've done your fair share, or?
Yeah, I've done my fair share. Like, you know, West Sweet, they can't turn around and ever say like, you know, I don't know. They don't even say that. It's all made up. It's like, yeah, it's control.
Cool. And so again, when we notice something about ourselves that, you know, like we use being nice to people or giving them stuff to control them, you can either resist and react to it like, oh my God, that's icky. Or you can be like, wow, yeah, you know, that works. I totally like bring people cookies and they love me. What if it's just that easy? Okay, so everything that is, everywhere you're now aware that you use being nice to control people.
Yeah.
What if there was a different choice? Okay. Everything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive the different choice, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yeah.
Okay. And everywhere you feel yourself in control, would you be willing to be out of control?
Yeah, it is out of control though. That's the thing. Like I think I'm getting control, but it's because of Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. So you're using controlling people to be out of control or to stop them from
It's like I think I'm controlling everybody, but I'm not. Like I'm actually just stopping flow of money. I'm actually having a shitty time. It's not giving me any sense of peace in my world.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So have a look at that. And everywhere you've made that the like, ooh, this is the linchpin. This is the thing that I need to pull out. Everywhere you're looking for something that you need to pull out, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. That sounded so dirty.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I just thought, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on camera, but I thought butt plug.
Well, what is it? You know, I mean, is there something in your bum? Do you know what I mean? It's like, who do you know that has somebody stuck up their butt? I said somebody stuck up their butt. Cool. Do you have somebody stuck up their butt?
Yeah, my mother.
Your mom. Okay, so everywhere your mom's halfway up your ass, can you create that?
Yeah.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. Hilarious. Who knows if we'll be able to put this on Bon Bon Networks.
Oh my God. I was like...
That doesn't get any better. We're just going to have to delete out your whole segment.
TV. Butt plugs?
Oh, well, whatever. It's cable, so we can say whatever we want.
Oh my God.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so have a look at that. And get your bars run.
What would it take?
Because you've been working hard. And so everywhere you're buying into other people's universes that they can only afford this amount of money. So that's where you have to squish your services down so that you can work with the people. Are you willing to ask for different people to show up to work with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everything that doesn't allow that, will you just try to uncreate it?
Yeah.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all 9 boys, shirts, beyonds. Nice. Yeah. You know, think about it. There's tons of people out there. Tons and tons.
Mm-hmm.
One of my facilitator friends, he went out to an event with a musician, and he was like, oh my God, hi, I'm so thrilled to meet you. And the musician said to him, oh, are you so-and-so? I've been listening to your recordings. You've made so much of a difference with my business. So would you be willing to be that person that's made a huge difference to somebody famous?
Can I share actually, just like real quick? There was a lady who called who got one of my meditations, and she is a backup dancer for J-Lo and lots of famous people. And she said basically she's been playing me for the last 2 months, going through lots of changes, and every day she's like, I go to sleep with you, I drive with you, and I just hear your voice. And she just rang to say thank you. So goodness knows how she got hold of my call, but yeah, it did make a difference.
Yeah, well, and have a look at that. You know, everybody who's listening, there's something, you have a secret sauce that's so valuable. Valuable. And when you discount it, you're actually discounting the contribution that the universe is willing to give to you. It's not like, hey, the universe gets pissed off at you. It's just that the universe knows that you've got that tap and it's turned way down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you're willing to turn the tap up.
I'd like to say yes, but my head goes into doing. Like the clients I have right now, like there's one lady, I just know she's not at all valuing my sessions at the price. She actually she's shopping around for other people where she can pay more. So how do I just turn up my prices? How do I just go, okay, Katie, from now on I'm charging blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I do that?
Of course you can.
Oh.
Yeah. You give her 10 days warning.
Okay.
And don't offer her any sessions at the old prices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have to have a look at that. I mean, when we're working with people, whether we're a self-employed entrepreneur or whether you're actually working for somebody as an employee, you need to get paid. Otherwise, you create a circumstance where you don't like what it is that you're doing. And people are infinite beings. They know you don't like what it is that you're doing. And if money is the frequency that people can give you, like that's the energy that we exchange back and forth, that's, you know, tangible, you know, the awareness factor. Just have a look at that. You know, if it's not fun to work with this person at that price range, then how do you change it? You can, I mean, obviously not work with them. You could obviously charge more. You can change the circumstances of how you work with them. So yeah, have a look at all of those things.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Manjeet. So who's next? Miss Jane. Jane Jordan. I'm just going to move it.
Coming.
Oh, no,
Here
I
I am. Oh, I've had a massive 2 weeks. So,
Yes.
a massive 2 weeks.
Massive.
Massive. And yes, we are talking about
a
it
massive
now.
life to show up. Do you remember?
Oh my God, I did. And everything we've been talking about is just so relevant to me right now. I'll probably just let everybody know that one of my best friends had a stroke. And I asked, and it was looking really, really bad. Like we were told he wasn't going to talk again. He was never going to walk again, all that shit. Sorry. And Diane, who gets on this call, is his wife. And I asked Jen, I said, okay, so I know I can't pod and pock him, but what can I do? And she just said, just keep asking, how does it get any better than this? And so I told Di, and the pair of us just went into this mantra. And I'm just feeling really weird I'm really getting the miracle right now.
Yeah, well, it's
Just
very
talking about
cosmic.
it.
You guys really changed things with that.
We did. My God. So he's now walking, talking. This is 2 weeks after the stroke. He's walking, talking. They've done an MRI. There's hardly any damage. And he's just going to go into rehab and sharpen up for a couple of weeks. And that all came from just asking, how does it get any better than this?
Uh-huh.
And I got to say, I nearly want to faint right now. I just realised how amazing that was.
Isn't it?
It's the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me, really. And I've had some miracles in my life, but that, there was no way we were going to... Actually, it's really interesting because I came in after Di had been told he was never going to talk again, he was never going to walk again. I felt like fainting too, and I walked up to her and I said, I heard, so where are you right now?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, this is on cable, I know, but she said, no fucking way. And I looked at her and I eyeballed her back and I went, yeah, no fucking way.
Beautiful.
Right. So it's been the most extraordinary 2 weeks of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Watch one of my dearest best friends just had this whole miracle in his whole life.
Yeah.
He had to participate too at one level. I mean, there was no way he was going to leave his sons. I can tell you that.
Well, that's it. So it takes two people to create a reality, positive or negative. And so the two people who created a new reality for this man were you and Diane. And he participated.
Oh,
so just for example, say you've got somebody in your life who's really ill, you can ask this crazy question. It's like, how does it get any better than this? And if you keep asking, this is probably, Jane, I think this is the 7th medical miracle I've either facilitated or witnessed or participated in with this, like, how does it get any better than this thing? And so my understanding of it is that asking, how does it get any better, starts to create these new universes where only the better stuff shows up. Only the better stuff shows up. Only the better stuff shows up. And so, like, as kids, we're like, oh, well, worst case scenario, we hear this from adults. And so we think we need to be having the worst case scenario. And I'm here to tell you that is so not true. If you continue to ask, how does it get any better? How does it get any better? Especially with medicine. Oh my God, we were so programmed to feel so powerless with medicine. It's like, oh, well, only the doctors know for sure. And the doctors are like, well, yes, only we know for sure. And so you and Diane putting your heads together and saying, no, this is so not happening. How does it get any better? How does it get any better? How does it get any better? And so for people listening to this, if there's something going on that feels like it's way beyond your control, step 1, find somebody who will do this with you, because you have infinite possibilities and infinite actualization ability if there's 2 of you in the game together. And so somebody who believes in you, somebody who you believe in, that will be there with you. And if the 2 of you are in this space of how does it get any better? How does it get any better? How does it get any better? And then the doctor walks in and says, oh, it's not going to walk again. And you're like, fuck that shit. How does it get any better? 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 The minute you don't believe, you don't agree and align with them, and you're not in resistance either. You're just kind of like, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
That is so key. So anyone listening, if you're in a space where something's absolutely not working for you, you just, how does it get any better? How does it get any better? How does it get any better? And to be with a group of committed people who are looking to create a life that's like audacious. It's not just like maybe we could fix our lives. It's audacious. Yeah. So have a look at that.
So just one thing you need to know too was when after that situation where we were told, and Diane and I, within 2 hours, he was speaking in full sentences to us.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the nurse just came up. The nurse came up and she said, "Are you talking?" We looked at her and we went, "Yeah."
Isn't that awesome?
Awesome. So I think probably, you know, oh gosh. And I've answered my own question at one level.
Nice.
Because I've got there's a job I do in China, and I've been doing it for 16 years, and they haven't needed me, or they haven't been asking me for about 2 years because they went in through some deep financial problems with the Shanghai stock market crash and all that sort of thing. And I love doing it, but I get paid shit for it.
Yeah.
Right? And I go over there. And
so how do you get paid better?
How can I get paid better? That's exactly right.
And how do you ask?
Well, I do. Yeah. I mean, they've intimated that next year they'll start using me again, but I do want to get paid more.
Yeah.
And I deserve more.
Say what would it take?
Yes. Yeah. I stand in front of 200 Chinese for 8 days and I'm the bad cop. And I can end up with all these people being really, really angry at me and I get paid shit to do it.
Sounds like fun to me.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I love it and I love China. I love the Chinese. I think they're glorious and I just love being there. But I said need. I'd love to be paid more to do what I love.
Yeah. So what would it take?
Asking.
Yeah.
Just asking the people. I'm going, you know, like there's no skin off my nose at the moment. I know that I'm the only other person who can do it on the planet that gets done.
Yeah.
And the other person who's doing it, she's the one who pays.
If you're willing to value yourself, what else can you create?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. All right, you guys. This has been our hour.
Thank you.
How does it get any better than this? My name is Jennifer Cramer Lewis, and I am the founder of the Audacious Ask and Audacious Ask TV. And so we go live every week at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And if you're interested in having more of this, join us on the Audacious Ask Academy on Facebook. And yeah, can't wait to hear more. Take care. Bye, guys.